Hey guys, welcome to Always on the Movie.
We'll tell you if you should rent this week's blockbuster and what's hot in Hollywood.
We'll also give you the best of the best in the top 5 countdown. What's going on, guys? I'm Eric Hokinson.
And I'm Dana Cathan, broadcasting to you straight from Murrow College Studio A.
It's finally here, Harry Potter fans. We've seen them grow from puberty into young adults, but the series is coming to an end. The final book is being split into 2 movies, but the second one won't be out until next year. Take a look at the trailer for Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows.
These are dark times, there is no denying.
Tell me where he is.
Our world has faced no greater threat than it does today. But you can't fight this war on your own, Mr. Potter. He's too strong.
We have infiltrated the ministry.
You have nothing to fear if you have nothing to hide.
The longer we stay here, the stronger he gets.
I must be the one to kill Harry Potter.
We need to get off the streets, get somewhere safe.
Let's say we get under cover before someone murders him.
That way they won't know which Harry Potter is the real one.
They are coming. They are coming.
Nobody else is going to die. Not for me. We have to do something. You think I don't know how this feels?
You don't know how it feels! Your parents are dead! You have no family!
He's after you, Mr. Potter.
Tell me where he is.
You really don't stand a chance.
I got him! Help me!
I have seen your heart, and it is mine.
It's time to must or bust our movie of the week. If we think a movie is worth your $8, we'll give it a must. If we think you should save it for your evening activities, we'll give it a bust.
The Town follows a group of men born and raised on the wrong side of the tracks in Boston. Doug, played by Ben Affleck, heads a group of 4 friends who rob banks together. In an attempt to get out of a sticky situation, they decide to take a bank manager hostage. What Doug isn't expecting is falling in love with his hostage, after which Doug decides he wants out of the crime business. Easier said than done. Check out The Town.
Miss Kesey, I would like to start with your abduction.
4 men made me open the safe. They took me as a hostage.
Were you able to see anything at all through the blindfold?
No.
When someone endures an experience like this, there are often residual effects. You okay?
Just having a bad week.
I like to have a good cry at the nail salon. Why should I be my age right? There are over 300 bank robberies in Boston every year. Most of these professionals live in a 1 square mile neighborhood called Charlestown.
So do your parents still live here?
My mother moved away, my father. You don't get out much. I'm thinking about making a change.
Making a change. Either you got heat or you don't.
You used to hang around with Doug McCray a little bit, huh?
How do you know Dougie?
I work for the FBI.
I'm putting this whole town in my revenue.
You grew up right here. Same rules that I did.
We hear you you got a sweet new girlfriend?
Secret's this one. If I think anything might happen to her, I'm gonna kill both of you.
Are you in love with me?
Yes.
She's the one person that can give us the facts. She didn't see anything. Get that in your head.
This is the not screwing around crew. So find me something that looks like a print, because this not screwing around thing is about to go both ways.
I want to go with you.
I'm leaving with somebody else.
If we get jammed up, we'll have a court on the street.
I just want you to know that you're going to die in federal prison.
I'll see you again, this side or the other.
The Town is now playing at the Pullman Village Center Cinema. I absolutely love this movie. Ben Affleck is amazing. He obviously is talented in more ways than one, not just acting and being very, very hot, but directing also. The action scenes were amazing. I loved the topography, how it was shot, everything about it. I thought the relationships were really, really believable. The acting, the chemistry, the main love story. I really think it's something for everyone. I never got bored during the entire movie, and I would definitely see it again. It's a must for me. What do you think, Eric?
Well, I liked it too, but probably not as much as you. I did think Ben Affleck was great at directing. He was a great actor in this movie. I was a little disappointed that John Hamm's character wasn't as important as the trailer led me to believe. I really like him in Mad Men, and I was looking forward to see him more on film or on screen. A few things I did have a problem with is the editing. There was several spots where people were talking and their mouths weren't moving. And there are certain parts that were slow, but the action was great, and I think it is a must because it is one of the best movies of the summer.
Think you know what DVD to rent this week? Wait until our DVD experts give it 2 thumbs up. Let's see what Joe and Janae have for us.
Hey, always on the movie fans, Joe here. This week I rented Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. It's loosely based on the 2003 video game of the same name. It stars Jake Gyllenhaal, who, for the record, is simply jacked in this movie. Made me kind of sad looking in the mirror, actually. He plays Prince Dastan, who was essentially adopted by the King of Persia at a young age due to an act of courage. Fast forward some years when Dastan is wrongly accused of a crime, he sets out to clear his name with the help of Princess Tamina, played by Gemma Arterton, who you may recognize from a brief role in the James Bond film Quantum of Solace. And in the middle of it all is a powerful dagger that uses the sands of time to allow its wielder to travel back several minutes and alter history. It's not too complicated of a plot, with the movie seemingly content with pretty pictures and special effects. But hey, it does it really well, and it definitely invokes the movement of the video game. All the characters speak in a pseudo-British accent, but figuring that out is trying to figure out why members of the Galactic Empire spoke in an accent on the Death Star. You just kind of deal with it. Director Mike Newell, who directed Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, doesn't inflate the movie with long, boring dialogue, but the characters and the plot never seem to really take off. Predictable themes like a romance and even the villain just add to the familiarity of the whole thing. So unless you're a die-hard fan of the games, I wouldn't buy it. But it is fun, so I would give it a rent, if only to motivate yourself to go to the gym.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal definitely looking beautiful in that one.
I've been doing curls in the mirror ever since.
Yeah. I also saw a movie with a Disney star in it. This week I watched Me and Orson Welles, which is a story of love and theater revolving around the work of legendary actor, director, and broadcaster Orson Welles, played by Christian McKay. In this film, Richard, played by Zac Efron, is offered a bit part in an Orson Welles production. He ends up falling head over heels for Sonia, an ambitious assistant at the theater, played by Claire Danes. If you're a theater junkie, you'll probably love this movie for McKay's dynamic portrayal of Wells and the story of the show behind the show. However, I personally left this movie feeling absolutely nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah, this movie isn't gonna make you cry or laugh. Well, I take that back. Efron's performance might make you cry. And the awkward romance between Danes and Efron is just plain hilarious. Little did I know I was gonna be treated to some of Efron's cheesy singing and overacting. Overall, I'd say this movie probably isn't worth the $1.19.
Ouch.
Yeah, I'm not much of a Efron fan. What about you?
Me neither, but I'm not really in the theater either, but I hear Eric is. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Joe and Janae. So how do you feel about the Prince of Persia and Me and Orson Welles?
I don't think I'm going to see either of them. I'm not interested.
Me either. Let's take it to Stephanie Lyon for our dose of this week's movie news.
Thanks, guys. Do you have Bieber fever? The teen idol, Justin Bieber, has his own movie officially coming out and hitting theaters in February 2011. Although so far untitled, this film will be in 3D and tell the story of the young star's rise to fame and is reviewed as a less gritty version of the movie 8 Mile. Let's hope so. JB will be joined by other hot young starlets as both Taylor Swift and Usher make an appearance in the flick. If teen idols aren't your thing, make sure to keep an eye out for Sacha Baron Cohen's starring role as the flamboyant rock star Freddie Mercury, who was in the legendary band Queen in a film set to be released. As the countdown to the release of Part 1 of the final Harry Potter film begins, Warner Bros. Releases a Final Battle Facebook application, where participants are able to enter to win a chance to attend the Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows premiere in New York City. If you're a true Potterhead, join the cause by joining the Final Battle application on the official Harry Potter Facebook page. Part 1 of Harry Potter is set to hit theaters November 19th. That's all for this week's movie news. I'm Stephanie Lyon.
Thank you, Stephanie. Let's take a look at what Nicole has for us in her top 5 list this week.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Nicole Gardner, and I'm here to give you guys this week's Top 5 Countdown. With the new release of Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps, starring Michael Douglas and Shia LaBeouf, I decided to make this week's Top 5 all about Shia. We all remember him as the scrawny little guy in the show Even Stevens. We didn't get far from that role in our number 5 polls. It's a book that we all read in 4th grade and thought it was crazy that all these bad kids just dug holes all day. We still can't shed that Disney Channel in our number 4, Surf's Up. His voiceover as Cody Maverick, a teenage rockhopper penguin, is totally gnarly, and as he gives a spot-on surfer's voice, which is a pretty cool skill to have. In our number 3, Eagle Eye, I'm seriously impressed with LaBeouf's acting skills in this one. He's literally being directed on the phone by a complete stranger and racing through the city, onto a plane, and eventually to the Pentagon, chased by the FBI. One of his most dramatic films yet. Stuck in our number 2 is Disturbia. I feel like this role is really tailored to him. A young man who finds himself in a little bit of trouble with the law, becomes housebound and begins to suspect that his neighbor isn't all that he seems. A cool little tribute to Hitchcock's Rear Window. But nothing beats our number 1, Transformers. For me, this is the role that made Shia not just a little boy anymore, but a serious actor. With the help of his transforming robot squad and the lovely Megan Fox on his side. It's impressive that he could keep his cool through the whole making of not only 1, but he's currently filming the 3rd Transformers as we speak. This will definitely put him on the map. It's one of those films where it will continue to be talked about for years to come. That's this week's Top 5. I'm Nicole Gardner.
All right, now let's fast forward to Liz Birch, who will rewind us back in time to see the best movie in this week's historical time period.
Hi guys, I'm Liz. Each week we will be rewinding back in history to find the best movie. This week we're going back to the 1950 to 1955 era. Have you ever seen a movie that pushes everything else of your mind and totally consumes you for 2 hours? A movie so good that you forget about showing up to your hot date or your most important final? That's how gripping this week's movie, Rear Window, is. Rear Window is Alfred Hitchcock at his best, being known for his suspenseful movies. It also stars Jimmy Stewart from last week's movie, It's a Wonderful Life, who also gives an excellent performance. The movie has Jimmy Stewart as a wheelchair-bound man who is bored and begins to spy on his quirky neighbor. Soon, he begins to realize that his neighbor must be something much worse than quirky, as he uncovers a violent murder and has to try to survive as the murderer attempts to get him, too. To find out if he lives to tell the tale in this super suspenseful movie, be sure to check out Rear Window. Well, that's all for this week. Catch me next week and I'll rewind you back to 1955 and 1960 to find the best movie. Back to you, Eric and Dana.
Well, Cougs, that's all the movie madness we have this week.
Stay tuned to Cable 8 Channel 8 for more episodes this fall semester here on Always on the Movie. Take it away, Adam.
Adam Lowy here once again with your fun film fact of the week. Did you know that in the movie Animal House, the movie was set to be filmed at the University of Missouri until the president of the school read the script and refused permission? It was filmed in Eugene, home of the University of Oregon, instead. Talk about putting a party school on the map. We'll see you next time on Always on the Movie.